stricture perforation of the esophagus, aortoesophageal fistulas, which can actually be, you can actually die and hemorrhage from the aortoesophageal fistulas. Airway obstruction, depending on how large that foreign body ingested is and how much is compromising the airway. And in this patient, in this picture that we see here, this is a tracheoesophageal fistula. This patient had ingested a button battery. And when the gastroenterologist removed that button battery, that esophageal fistula was actually found on exam. When you have a foreign body that's retained in the lower GI and makes it past the stomach, they can present with valvulus perforation, as we saw in the example of the two magnets. They can have fistula formation and even obstruction. There are some more common sites of impaction in kids when it comes to the esophagus. They can be impacted upper esophageal sphincter, very high in the esophagus. The other area coming down is at the aortic arch. And then they tend to get impacted at the lower esophageal sphincter as well. When it comes to the stomach, they need to traverse the pyloric sphincter. And if they can actually make it past all of that, they still need to get past the ileocecal valve. So those are all the different sites of impaction that we see. There are some risk factors if you get them on history. Children, again, risk factors in themselves. Whenever they walk into your ER, anything goes. But kids with reflux, esophagitis, eosinophilic esophagitis is really coming up in the literature. And any child with a prior esophageal surgery, those are high risk for foreign bodies, more of the food impaction type. So this picture that we see here, when my GI specialist showed it to me, I thought this was a child that may have eaten his homework. I mean, it looked like a white piece of paper, maybe his report card, but it actually was a meat impaction that had been there for multiple hours, and it actually looks white. And this impaction took about 2 hours. And this was a child that had eosinophilic esophagitis. He was diagnosed after this food impaction.